Hello everyone, I wish you a beautiful Tuesday. Benjamin here. Today we talk about why it is okay to have resistance and how to overcome resistance. If you hear me good, give me a shout out, give me a like, a share if you see it later, if you see it in the replay. Yeah, and really sorry, so last week I planned to make a live video, but shortly before I wanted to record, I walked with my dog. And this little dude here, Charlie, we also prepare something for the kids that they don't fall into this gap. So this little dude thought decided, it's nice, Benjamin leaves, I go to his brother, so I roll myself in a dead fish. And so he really smelled like crazy, and so I couldn't, hey guys, how you doing? So I couldn't go on the live video, I had to wash him, it really smelled super bad. But yeah, let's start with the story. So why it is good to have resistance in your life and how to overcome it. So this Saturday I went on a canyoning tour with a friend in Salzburg, and we got into those dry suits, jumped into the river. It was super cold but amazing. We were a group of 10 people, totally mixed, super fun. And so later on we came to a place where we had to jump 3.5 meters into the water. And it was totally fine, it was amazing, it was incredible. And normally I don't have a problem with heights at all. Give me a shout out if the sound is good. And so yeah, I was standing there, jumped, everything fine. And later on we were supposed to jump from a 7.5 meter cliff into the water of this river next to a waterfall. And shortly before, another group with another guide, they had an older guy and they did some weird thing, and he fell on the back and really hurt himself pretty bad on the back. And he was super pale, so got there, helped him, put his legs up, looked if he's conscious, checked his pulse, everything was fine. So then it was about me to start the jumping. So I went to the guide, he told me, yeah, you're not allowed to jump on, you have to be careful because you don't want to jump on this because it's down. You're allowed to jump straight and a little bit left, and also when you dive in, pull your legs a little bit up because it can be, hello Austrian, well, race system again, it can be that you touch with your legs a little bit the ground. And at that day, I don't know why, my left knee was swollen, and like I said, normally I don't have a problem at all. I jump from 10-meter cliffs. I love to climb. I love to go over that fear. But something was holding me back. I wanted to position myself a little bit better. Next train. But the guy didn't allow me. He told me it's slippery there, and so I'm not allowed to do it. And he also was like pissed towards the other guide, and so somehow something was really blocking me. So I told him, hey, give me some minutes. I will be with it, and normally I know how to deal with it, and then I overcome it and I do it. So I sat down a little bit. One guy in front of me was jumping. It was totally fine. A couple of minutes later, I felt like now it's good. So I went there again, and he told me again, avoid jumping on this thingy down there because you know there's the rock. You will hit yourself, and pull up the legs. And so I wanted to do it again, and again, didn't work. So I even told myself, Benjamin, would you bite yourself in the ass later, or would you regret it if you don't jump? And the answer was yes. So still, something was so strongly avoiding me to get over it, and I haven't had that since a long time. So for sure you can say, so there was also this time pressure. We didn't have a lot of time that I could sit there for, I don't know, 20 minutes and jump then later in. So we were continuing, and I was the first guy to be laid down the waterfall that I can help the other guys to open the carabines because they maybe don't know how to do it, and you do it manual swimming. So for some people it could be too hard. Nothing, no problem, everything was fine. So, but later on, it was really for me, I really was shortly pissed, but then I thought, hey, it's totally fine. So maybe you would have jumped totally shitty in that water, in that river, and maybe you would have damaged your knee more than it was already right now at that day, or not, but you don't know it. So I could really be super hard on me and make myself down that I didn't do this jump and all those things, and let the critical mind play his role for, I don't know, half a day, one day, but I didn't. And so what I want to tell you is, sometimes it's important to acknowledge that there is a resistance. Sometimes it's important to acknowledge that there is a fear. Sometimes it's important to accept how it is right now and to become really okay with it. Sometimes it's fast that you can overcome it and you can overcome the resistance and you still do the thing. And sometimes it takes some time. Sometimes it takes some days, weeks, months, or whatever. Okay? Even Felix Baumgartner, the Austrian guy who, that jumped out of the stratosphere from the balloon up, he had resistance to be in that suit. And it took him, I think, he couldn't get into that suit for a couple of months. And just when another guy, they gave him the option to do it instead of him, then he went with different methods into it and overcame the fear. And then in the end, we all know he did the jump. So how can you overcome now fear? Just have to be careful a little bit. There are so many mosquitoes because of the floods that we had here. So first of all is acknowledge that there is a resistance and be okay with it, and really say, hey, it's totally fine that I have a resistance against, I don't know, talking to somebody on the street. It's totally fine that I have a resistance against feeling fear. It's totally fine that I have a resistance against being hurt again. It's totally fine, whatever, okay? And then stay with that feeling, okay? Accept it, be okay with it. If it takes some minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, super, 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 okay, just allow yourself, again, also train now a little longer one. Let's see if you hear me, if not, we wait a little bit. Super loud today. Show the side a little bit. And gone again. Okay, so, like I said, it's okay, acknowledge the resistance and stay with it. And then you will see from time to time it's getting less and less and less, or it's just gone. Okay? So when you are the next time in a situation that you felt the resistance before, you might, or there's a high chance, that you overcame this resistance and that you can do it then. Okay? Sometimes it's also it's good that we have a resistance because it protected us from something at a specific time, and sometimes it can be intuition, but with intuition it's a thing. Sometimes it can be, you can be totally off, and sometimes it can be good. So it's good also to check it with your mind from time to time, and then make a conscious decision about it. But what I really want to show you today is that it's not a bad thing to have resistance, because so many people say, we have a resistance, it's a bad thing, and you want to get rid of it. And when you talk about, when you have this perspective about like that you want to get rid of the resistance, you want to get it fast out of the way, you hate it, then you build up more resistance, and so you give it more and more energy, and then it stays longer in your life. Okay, and there are for sure many methods how to get over resistance. There are NLP methods and psychiatric methods and methods from psychology, but the one way that I really work on it is to stay with the resistance and be thankful for it, to look into it if where you felt this resistance the first time in your life, if you maybe learned something out of it, if you promised yourself something out of it, and but if you feel like it's a big resistance and you can't overcome it on your own, then ask a coach, trainer, a psychotherapist, psychologist to help you to overcome it. Because if you want to achieve a specific goal, if you want to approach women on the streets, if you want to approach a man when he's walking with the dog or whatever, and you have a resistance, you should maybe start to acknowledge it and let go. Okay, thank you so much for the heart. Right now I sadly can't see. Wasi, how you doing, man? How you doing, brother? Hello, Wasi. If you don't know Wasi, check him out. He's one of my cool mentors. I love him. He really supported me and my family a lot. So check his profile out and check his family out. They're like amazing and they're giving so much value. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's it for today. Why is it good to have resistance in your life and how to overcome it? To wrap it up again, acknowledge that you have a resistance and accept it, that it's totally fine. Be okay with it. Even be thankful for it and experience like and research like a little scientist what it wants to show you, and stay with the feeling. If it stays 15 minutes, half an hour, one day, totally fine. Stay with it, and then try the thing out again where you felt the resistance. And if you still have it, do it again. It can be that there are different layers of resistance on it, and so it's really fine if you have a resistance against fear, resistance against talking to other people on the street, resistance of being rich, resistance of being amazing, successful, whatever. Okay, so acknowledge that it's totally fine to have a resistance. You can even say it out loud, and then you will see it will get better and better. Okay, that's it for today, guys. I wish you an amazing Tuesday morning, lunchtime or evening, whenever you watch the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Wasi, for being with me today. If you watch the video later, also let me know if you ever experienced resistance in your life and how you dealt with it. It would be amazing to share with us, and we see us later today, this week on Thursday or on Friday. Okay, have an amazing day and see you later. Bye.